few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Get out the field, defense. He's 5'9".
From the 25 on second down, Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Wentz now on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz on the draw leaves it for Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
Let's go, D.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts in drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first.
As Sanders has it poked free, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Flag 20. Check, flag 54. Flag 54. Check, 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 check.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right, and it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. Blue 30. He can't hang. He's not. No spacing.
First carry for James Conner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Set. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And watch that. And watch the block.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
There we go, back man. Shorty. 46 down, man, 5-4. Chance. Two jet. Blue draw Corkers.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got him in, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Now Sanders, and an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 56 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it's going to be second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Johnson, the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
White 80. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's go, B.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to Connor here on first. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Roethlisberger, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. There he goes, right side. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Roethlisberger will throw. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now he's flushed out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. on the draw. Here's Sanders. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Get
He
him.
was brought down
Get
by
him.
Now Wentz on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here we go, here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first and 10 is counter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Man 5-7. Come on. Check 43. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And some room to work. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, an even 90 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grab.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, the spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz forced out to his left. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Let's go, baby. At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And now this throw complete to Washington. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Here's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Aguilar has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Wentz now on first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game and feel it all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Connor. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
All right, now, black 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Now he'll pull it down, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.